Yes, students. Now you have to have this figure also drawn in your notebook. Okay? We have taken two vectors which are inclined at an angle theta. That means between the two vectors, vector P and vector Q, the angle is theta. From the endpoint of vector P, I have dropped a perpendicular on vector Q. From the endpoint of vector Q, I have dropped a perpendicular on vector P. And from the endpoint of vector P, I have dropped a perpendicular on vector Q. Okay? Now, these are the two vectors, vector P and vector Q. Okay? So, this here is vector Q. This here is vector P. Now, I am dropping the perpendicular from the endpoint of vector Q on vector P. Then this part that I get here is the component of vector Q in the direction of vector P, and this component will be equal to Q cos theta. What will it be equal to? Q cos theta. I have drawn a perpendicular from the endpoint of vector P on vector Q. Okay, this is my vector Q. Isn't it? This is vector Q. And on this vector Q, I have dropped a perpendicular from the endpoint of vector P. Then this component that I am getting, okay, from here till here, this component that I am getting. Can you see this component? Up to this perpendicular. This is the component of vector P on vector Q, and I write this component as P cos theta. What do I write? I write this component as P cos theta. So this is the component of P in the direction of vector Q, and this component of P in the direction of vector Q is P cos theta. This is the component of vector Q in the direction of vector P, and it is Q cos theta. Have you got this? So, this is the point of origin of the two vectors. Have you all got this? This should be drawn in your notebooks. Now, what do I get from this figure? From the figure, okay, this figure that I have got, what do I get from this figure? Vector P dot vector Q, vector P dot vector Q. What am I doing? I am taking the scalar product of the two vectors. I know this is equal to PQ cos theta. This is the definition of scalar product of two vectors. Isn't it? We have already defined the scalar product of two vectors. Okay? So this is equal to P into Q cos theta. Right? Now tell me, students, what is Q cos theta equals to? Q cos theta is component of vector Q in the direction of vector P. Right? So what do I get? Vector P dot vector Q is equal to P into component of vector Q in direction of vector p. Correct? Now see what we have written. Vector p dot vector q is equal to p. What is p? Magnitude of vector p into component of vector q in the direction of vector p. वही तो हमने लिखा है ना. The scalar product of two vectors is equivalent to, means equal to what? Product of magnitude of one vector. Product का मतलब multiplication. So ये p इसके साथ multiply कर रहा है. Okay, तो ये multiplication क्या है? This multiplication is what? Magnitude of one vector. Isn't it magnitude? Isn't p magnitude of vector p? So this is magnitude of one vector into component of the other vector in the direction of the first vector. Are you getting it clear? So this is the first characteristic of scalar product of two vectors. That scalar product of two vectors is equivalent to the product of magnitude of one vector and the component of the other vector drawn in the direction of the first vector. Are you getting it? So you have to memorize this characteristic, explain it with the diagram, and then you have to prove it over here. Are you getting it, students? Very important. So whenever we go for scalar product of two vectors, what is it? It is the product of magnitude of one vector and component of the other vector drawn in the direction of the first vector. समझे बच्चों? Okay. Now we will go for the second characteristic of scalar product. Now as we are writing this as component of q, it can go the other way around also. It can also be written as, I can also have vector p dot vector q is equal to q p cos of theta instead of pq. What will I write? Q p cos theta. Then it will be q into component of vector p in direction of vector q. Isn't it? Okay. Now we'll go for the second characteristic. Everything should be there in your notebook. Okay? So as you watch the video, you have to copy down everything in the notebook. Then, the second is scalar product of two vectors obeys commutative law of vector multiplication. Second important characteristic. Scalar product of two vectors obeys, follows commutative law of multiplication. What does it follow? Commutative law of multiplication. Okay. Now what is commutative law of multiplication? We know, we have already studied the law of multiplication. Commutative law of multiplication, 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 3 multiplied by 2. Isn't it? 2 into 3 is 6. Similarly, 3 into 2 is also 6. So this is commutative law. Similarly, scalar product of two vectors obeys the commutative law of multiplication. Like vector p dot vector q is equal to pq cos theta. This is equal to qp cos theta. So equals to vector p dot vector q dot vector p. So what is commutative law of scalar multiplication? Vector p dot vector q is equal to vector q dot vector p. 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 2 is same way vector p dot vector q is equal to vector q dot vector p. Getting it? Then the third characteristic of scalar multiplication. Scalar product of two vectors obeys distributive law of multiplication. What does it obey? Distributive law of multiplication. What is distributive law of multiplication, student? Distributive law means we can distribute multiplication over addition or over subtraction, isn't it? Say for example, we will take an algebraic example over here. 3, or I will take here a multiplied by b plus c. Okay, haven't you all solved such types of examples? Obviously, if I ask you to expand this, how will you write it? A multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c, right? That means you have distributed this multiplication of a over addition of b and c. So what are you getting? A multiplied by, in the bracket b plus c can be written as a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c. In the same way, I can distribute scalar product of two vectors as vector p dot vector q plus vector r. I can write it as vector p dot vector q plus vector p dot vector r. What is this? Distributive law of multiplication. So scalar product obeys distributive law of multiplication. Are you all getting this? Okay. Then we'll go for the next important characteristic of scalar product of two vectors. The fourth characteristic. In fact, we are going to see here some special cases of scalar product. Some special cases of scalar product. Okay, and we will consider the scalar product that we have considered for defining the scalar product, that is vector p dot vector q, which is equal to pq cos of theta. Okay, now what are we going to consider here? Let us consider the value of this angle theta. Now in the first case, if थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0, थीटा की वैल्यू आप 0 डाल दो, मतलब दो वेक्टर्स के बीच में कोई एंगल है ही नहीं. If you take theta equals to 0, then what do I get? Vector p dot vector q is equal to pq cos of 0. Isn't it? Okay? अब आप ट्रिग्नोमेट्री पढ़ चुके हैं. You know what is cos 0 equals to? Cos 0 is equal to 1. Okay? So what do I get? Vector p dot vector q is equal to pq into 1. Why? Because cos of 0 is always equal to 1. Cos of 90 is equal to 0. But cos of 0 is equal to 1. Sin of 0 is equal to 0. But sin of 90 is equal to 1. Okay? So here cos 0 value will be 1. So PQ multiplied by 1 will give me PQ. So what do I get? If theta is equal to 0, the scalar product of two vectors is equal to the product of their magnitude. What do I get? Scalar product of two vectors is equal to the product of their magnitudes when the angle theta is equal to 0. Okay? If this is the condition, then this is very important, because we are always going to use this. Our rectangular unit vectors are very component. Vector I along the x-axis, vector j along the y-axis, and vector k along the z-axis. So, n cap vector I dot n cap vector I. Okay, this value will be equal to n cap vector j dot n cap vector j equals to n cap vector k dot n cap vector k, and this product is always equal to 1. What is this product equal to, students? 1. You have to have this in your mind. Keep it in your mind through and through. Basic है, इसे forget करोगे तो आगे फिजिक्स में प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा. So you have to keep this in mind. Are you getting it? Okay. So this is the first case in some special cases of scalar product of two vectors. Okay. Now we'll go for the second case. What is our consideration in the second case? In our second case, we will take theta is equal to 180 degrees. Are you understanding? What are we considering? देखो, theta is equal to 0 degrees मतलब ये वेक्टर P है, तो वेक्टर Q भी उसी के डायरेक्शन में, उसी के ऊपर चलने वाला वेक्टर है, वेक्टर Q. तो दोनों के बीच का एंगल कितना हुआ? 0. This is the consideration here in this case. Okay? अब इस केस में हम क्या कंसिडर कर रहे हैं? वेक्टर P यदि ये डायरेक्शन में जा रहा हो, ये उनका ओरिजिन पॉइंट है, तो वेक्टर Q बराबर अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है. तो इन दोनों के बीच में एंगल कितना हुआ? 180 डिग्रीज का. Are you getting it? So here we are considering theta is equal to 180 degrees. So let us see what is the value of the scalar product then. Then vector P dot vector Q will be equal to PQ cos of 180 degrees. Okay. Therefore, vector P dot vector Q is equal to minus PQ. Why? Because cos 180 degrees is equal to minus 1. What is the value of cos of 180 degrees? Minus 1. So vector P dot vector Q will be equal to what? Minus PQ. Okay? Got it? The second case. The third case. If theta is equal to 90 degrees, मतलब ये वेक्टर्स कैसे होंगे? ये वेक्टर P है, तो उसको बराबर राइट एंगल करके ये वेक्टर जा रहा है. क्यों? इन दोनों के बीच का एंगल कितना है? 90 डिग्रीज. देन वेक्टर P डॉट वेक्टर Q विल बी इक्वल टू PQ cos of 90 डिग्रीज. ओके. देयरफॉर वेक्टर P डॉट वेक्टर Q will be equal to PQ into cos 90 की वैल्यू 0. cos 90 की वैल्यू 0 और 0 multiplied by anything is always equal to 0. Therefore, यदि दो वेक्टर्स के बीच में एंगल 90 डिग्रीज का हो, तो उनका स्केलर प्रोडक्ट कितना होगा? 0 होगा. Are you all getting it, students? Very important. So You have to go through the special cases and these should be fixed in your brain. Anytime asked, it should be on the tip of your tongue.